Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Amanda. I like to share videos of us starting our homestead from scratch. If you're not new here, welcome. It's good to have you back. And I figured today I would just do kind of vlog style because it's like 60 degrees out here, March 12th in North Dakota. Right, Norma? Yeah, I know. And I went and I grabbed some pine shavings for my chicken coop because we just cleaned out the chicken coop last night, and I got to drive the tractor for the first time myself, and that was fun. So I just figured I'd bring you along while I freshen up their coop and kind of show you some of the spring plans. So I'm gonna wear my sunglasses today. I hope that's okay. It's super bright out, and as I'm getting older, it's a little more hard on my eyes with super bright days. So we're gonna go take a peek at what is gonna be the future greenhouse area. So over here and way behind, I have a whole bunch of windows that we have retrieved from various people. These are going to be the greenhouse windows. I have a ton back behind there where you can't see. And we kind of hashed it over. That's the thing about starting a homestead from scratch. You really got to just hammer it out with your significant other or whoever on where things are going to be, because it changes almost every year where we're going to do things, just because it suits our farm better, in better ways as we talk about it. So now that we have the tractor, we can really clear out this whole area nicely, and then we can do some more checking on our well. Quite a few videos back, you can see us actually getting water to come out of it. It was really dirty and it never did run clean, but we also didn't prime it. Something about these old wells is you should prime them to get them going. You know, prime the pump, it's a saying. Well, it's a saying for a good reason. That's what you're supposed to do. So when it's nice, one of these days, we're probably gonna clean this up a little bit with the tractor, and then we're gonna go ahead and try it one more time after priming it just to see how it runs. But this is gonna be the future home of my greenhouse, and how fitting, because it's right in very close proximity to my garden. So it only makes sense. We were gonna put a building on it and just use it for feed, like a feed room, but we were also hashing over our backyard, which that fence is coming down and is gonna be turned into my berry patch. So we're gonna have berries and various things growing over there, grapes hopefully. So the greenhouse was gonna go like straight south, or excuse me, straight west of me here. And it was gonna go kind of in this corner where the fence ends on the other side. But we decided, you know, that's kind of on a hillside. It's a little bit cramped of an area because of all those bushes over there. And we do use this spot a lot for like my meat birds in the summertime. So we just thought, you know, yes, a greenhouse could have worked there, but why not put this to better use? So we do have to shore up the foundation a little bit. It's got some cracks in it. My husband looked at it and he's not too concerned. He says we should be able to fix it. No problem. It's not going to be a super heavy building. The windows are kind of heavy, but it's not going to be too bad. So we can definitely fix it. And then we're going to put the greenhouse right on top of this. So this is our old fence that we got. If we found it, where did he find that? I think it was like in the ground over here somewhere. We found it and dug it up. And so we wanted to put that on this second garden that we created. So that's going to be a summer project. And then he's just going to build me little steps here. And then we're going to put French doors on it. We have French doors on the back of our house. You can see we have a second level deck that comes out of our bedroom. Those French doors are not, they're too cold in the winter time. So we're going to end up putting a sliding door on there, and then the French doors we're going to repurpose for the greenhouse. So you'll see us being able to do the greenhouse this spring. I think that's on his agenda. I hope it's on his agenda. This is a 16 by 22, I believe we measured. So it's going to be a decent sized greenhouse. It's going to be plenty big enough for anything that I need. I just want to have tables lining the north and south walls. And then just a nice little bistro table in the middle just to sit at. And I can sit out here and have coffee and look at my garden and look at the view. And watch my meat birds when it's summertime. Keep an eye on them. And just have a little, we're going to call it a she shed. It's going to be the greenhouse she shed. So that'll be here, and I'm really, really excited to get going on it. I hope we can get doing that here before too long. I'm hoping once we have the meat chickens here, we can focus on that. Because right now our main focus is building more brooders for the meat birds and building more chicken tractors because we need those. So those are our main focuses right now. But I just wanted to share this gorgeous day with you guys. Kind of do it vlog style. I want to share more content, but my days are kind of relaxing right now. I'm not really doing a whole lot because I'm just home with Olivia. We do a little bit of homeschool, and then we enjoy the day. My chickens are happy. I take care of them each day and just kind of watch them do their thing. And yeah, that's pretty much our day. So as we do more projects and we do stuff, we'll kind of bring you guys along with us. Now that I have this little tripod set up, I can set it up and just let it record and edit the video later. Hang on. Okay, I had to attend a little one. So I just figured I'd bring you guys along kind of vlog style because that's what kind of works into my life right now. So I can just show you how my seedlings are growing, the stuff we're going to be doing, the little projects, because as soon as it warms up, we're going to be in that garden. It's warm right now, but it's going to get cold again next week. So I'm not really touching the garden until things start growing. Like, until I start noticing my perennials up by my house growing, I'm not going to mess with the garden. Just because I have all the dead foliage in my garden right now, and things can live in that and hibernate in there over the winter, like, you know, insects and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of leaving it right now just for the little ecosystem that's in the garden. I just want to let that sit and do its thing. And that's about it. I don't really have a whole lot going on today. I think I'm going to start a fire tonight because it's so gorgeous out. And I got hot dogs and brats, and we're going to grill them over the fire because why not? So we're going to do that tonight, and then I have to pick up my middle from a basketball game that she went to later this evening. And then we're just going to relax to have a nice, chill, easy Tuesday. I kind of went on a little hiatus because we were really focusing on my room. We remodeled our room a little bit. We did flooring and painted the walls and got a new bed. So that kind of prompted a whole ordeal upstairs remodeling, which is then what got us thinking about, you know, a new door and remove the French doors, use them on the greenhouse and so on. So that's where that's at. Yeah, I want to show you guys my seedlings because they're doing great and it's getting pretty close to time to pot up my tomatoes. And you, kind sir, are quite the farm bum. Aren't you, Jellin? Magellan. Oh, are you showing out? You showing everybody your tummy? Do you have a bikini on? Can we see your tummy? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, brother. I wasn't going to step on you, promise. We're also a mud pit right now because everything melted so quickly and now everything's just mud. Mud as far as the eye can see, but that's okay. I'll take mud over snow pretty much any day at this point. So here is the great shelf of seedlings. A lot of this is my Cebu plants. I think I've shown these in other videos. This is just a house plant and I propagated it, and these are all new leaves, these shiny ones. So this is super happy. These guys are super happy. I need to find homes for them because I can't keep them all. I just need to find homes. This one is going to be my Amish paste tomatoes. They are doing swell. They've got definitely true leaves on them, so they're about ready to pot up. But I'm going to try and push it a little bit longer just to get it closer to plant time. Down here, I believe these are all flowers. I've got marigolds, and I've got some zinnia going on here. I wanted to start the zinnia earlier because last year I direct sowed my zinnias and they took forever to get flowers, and I wanted to have flowers earlier. So I started them indoors. We'll see how they transplant. Here's some more, just starting to get their new leaves. These are the big rainbow tomatoes. Big rainbow, they aren't kidding. These tomatoes are massive when they get to be mature. Oh yeah, they're huge. Let's see, I'll move this out of the way. And then in here, I've got jalapeno and marigolds, and yeah, just marigolds. 2 different kinds of marigolds. These are all jalapenos. I wasn't going to do jalapenos, but then I'm like, you know, I could definitely use some more. Even though I've got some in the freezer, I want some fresh. So we're growing jalapenos. Same with this. I have a ton of tomatoes. Did I not tag you? Oh, yes, I did. Hang on. I don't want to kill them here. Hang on. These are my gold medal. I can't see. Yes, gold medal tomatoes. Those are growing along nicely. And then I've got broccoli and cabbage here growing along nicely. Up here, I've got my onion starts. Those are all, and then I have this wild thing that's growing here. I don't know what it is, but I'm letting it grow because I want to see what it is. Some more tomatoes. You guys are black cherry. Oh yes, these are so good. These black cherry tomatoes, I grow them just to snack on when I'm in the garden. They're super good. I think they need some water. Nope, they're good. And then this one, I have some lavender growing, some Shasta daisies, maybe. And then I was supposed to have some cauliflower, but I've got no action back there. There's no cauliflower growing. So I might just have cabbage and broccoli. No big deal. Over here, we've got more peppers, California Blend and California Wonder in this one. Up here, I'm going to step up on this step. Sorry for the jiggling. That's better. And then in here we have my Cherokee Purples. Love the Cherokee Purples. And those are looking very good. They don't need water. You got some more. I'll probably rotate these later just to get some more areas under the sun. Oh no! I did. Whoops. But these are more onions. Because last year I only did 1 flat of onions, but I certainly could have used more. So I just went ahead and did some more. As you can see, don't look at my dirty garage. I have onions over there that are all sprouting green. So I need to take care of those, but my onions from last year are pretty much done and over with now. It's March, so those lasted longer than I thought. But yeah, this is my little seedling setup. Everything's looking pretty good. Once I do pot up these tomatoes, I'm going to need to bring in my second set of grow shelving that I have in my storage unit so that we have more room, because they're not all going to fit. But that's where we're at so far with all the seedlings. Everything's looking pretty good, and I'm really excited for these tomato seedlings, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So those seedlings, I plan on potting them up, and once they're potted up and doing well and they're nice and large and it's about time for us to plant here in North Dakota, I'm going to go ahead and share those at my farmer's market table when I set up my farmer's market table. It's going to be, I'm not doing like a local farmer's market with like not the corporation, but like the group. I'm just going to do my own farm stand. Just going to set up shop at our shop in town and just sell. I'm going to do it on alternating days of the town sale because I don't want to compete with the farmer's market in town. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to compete or not participate with them. For me, it's going to be easier to work on my own schedule and try and make sure that I have everything done and set up to make it worthwhile. And I can kind of have some more competitive prices and stuff like that, just for us, for my own little farm, to try and share the stuff that we've got and still try and make a little bit of profit to reinvest back into my garden to continue to grow my farm stand. So I want to be able to offer as much as I can, and those tomato seedlings are going to be one of them. Those varieties I haven't seen grown at my local greenhouse, and so I wanted to offer things that weren't necessarily in competition with them either, because I want to promote their business as well. I want people to garden. I want people to, you know, put stuff in containers and grow it on their deck if they can't do an in-ground garden. That's what I want. I want to be able to diversify the stuff that's offered in our community to encourage those people to be able to do some of these things that one would consider modern homesteading. Because really, at the end of the day, if you can bring your supply chain local, it's gonna be money invested right back in your community rather than in some corporate CEO's pocket. I mean, of course, obviously there's a time and a place for some of these larger stores, but when I look at it, if I could give my money to John down the street or someone at a big box corporation store, I'm going to choose my neighbor. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to get in, you know, to get in with my community and do, is to be able to keep that stuff local and to share the knowledge and to learn from others. Because I can tell you right now, even just going to the regular farmers market in our town, chatting with some of these people that are there, either the ones that have a booth or the ones that are just there shopping, you get so many stories and so many like little tips and tricks. They're like, oh, when I was growing tomatoes, I did XYZ. And then they kind of share that with you. So you get to share this knowledge. It's really about community and getting to know your neighbor. And I think that that's a wonderful thing. And it's something that I feel like more communities should be striving to do, just because, you know, that's kind of how our grandparents and great grandparents did things. And you know what? They could rely on their neighbors and they could trust their neighbors, and they were there for their neighbors. Take a shot every time I say neighbors, because I've said it a million times, but that's the point. Like, I want to be able to build that community and to grow our community in the self-sufficient realm. Our city does a fantastic job of like community days and doing things throughout the summer, and even in the winter they do a lot of things too, but mostly the summer because the weather's nice, but they do that. And so I think it'd be cool for those of us that enjoy, you know, the country life, the modern homesteading, learning old skill sets, if we as a community locally could come together, how cool would it be to learn from those that grew up here, you know, right around us, and be able to learn and hear their stories. And really, when you hear those stories and you continue to practice those old ways, that keeps your ancestors living, that keeps them alive in your memory and in your practices and in your traditions. My great grandma Alice is alive with me in what I do. She was one of the first farm ladies that was, you know, in the area. She ran the tractor, and she helped plant the fields, and she raised, I don't remember how many, teens of children. She had 12, 13 children. She had a lot of kids, and she farmed and milked cows, and she had chickens, and they had hogs. Like, they did this stuff all while raising children. If I could just have 20 minutes with somebody, it would be my great grandma Alice. But I only knew her when I was in high school, and I wasn't at this place, you know, mentally in my head to learn and want to learn. I was just like, what's the next car that I can buy and fix up? And I was really into cars in high school, and so I wasn't at that point where I could sit down with her and get the knowledge. And now I'm just sitting here as an adult wishing I could have 20 minutes just to pick her brain, because man, the stories would just be amazing. So that's kind of my rant today. My soapbox is bring things locally, be your own supply chain with others, you know, share. Like, here's an example. I am making homemade yogurt. I've made videos on it, and my friend, I share with her, and she has shared with me milk and well, she has a lady that she gets milk, fresh raw milk from. She gets milk, and she's shared with me the cream and the butter, and she made cottage cheese, and we share that together. Her and I will trade back and forth. And so that's kind of our market for dairy. I'm gonna try and do homemade farmer's cheese out of this milk that I have in here. Hoping to do a video on it. We're gonna learn together. So I mean, just being able to do that and share that and teach that knowledge to me and me teach it to others, we're keeping something alive that is so dead in our world today. It's convenience. You go to the store, you get what you need, and you're done. Convenience is wonderful, I agree, but I like to just slow down, remember where I came from, remember our roots, and just learn and do it like my grandma did, do it like my great-grandma did, because that's what makes me happy. So if I can share that, and if you guys enjoy that, hit a like, share this video. There's going to be a lot more videos coming your way. We're going to be doing some deer bone stock, and we're going to be doing some, I want to do another video on bread machine bread, a really quick recipe, so that if you're a working mom and you want to have fresh bread on your table, this will be the recipe in the video for you. So I'm just gonna share that as I can, but otherwise I'll keep doing little vlog videos and updates of our life and show you how things are going. So I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and we will catch you next time. Bye guys.